So, a couple of weeks ago, I spent two sessions with a client of mine. She has had a very good job for a long time, and she's managed to build property and take her child through the best of schools and pretty much do very well for her life. But we all know in this economy where there are a lot of layoffs happening and jobs are the job market is basically shrinking, and so we got talking about how she's just been tired of the corporate grind and all the office politics that go with it. And so, although she's looking for other jobs, she really said to me, I really want to do something that is on my terms, on my at my pace. So I said, I've got something for you. And we began working together, sent her the audit, and then we did the workflow, which I call experience to income. And I just want to show you what we came up with. Okay. So this was the Google Meet that we had. I did a screenshot, and because of the nature of her work, I cannot show her face. But her target is that she wants to make at least $45,000 within the 90 days after she starts. We talked about the offer that she's going to sell, how she's going to find buyers, and how the money is going to flow in. That's just the framework works every time. And I cannot show you all the details except to say this is her, you know, what the rest of the document does. It tells you everything. We're going to use AI to help us with the research and all sorts of things. This is her offer. I cannot tell you all of it. But I want you to look at the pricing tier. At the foundation with the work that she does, it's $8,000. This is us going through this process and doing research using AI, looking at the similar type of work that's out there. Entry point is $8,000. So it's 50% upfront, 50% on delivery within 3 to 4 weeks. This is the work that she does. Then there's the engine one, $18,000. The operator is $35,000, and a retainer ongoing support will be anything from $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Okay, so this is I'm shedding all this because this is someone who cannot start because of the nature of her work. If she starts, then there were things that they signed to not talk about these things or to do this kind of work. But once she hits the ground running, if the layoff really does happen and she is laid off, the plan is for her to do this work. That is just taking the work she is doing now, and she obviously gets a salary and it's capped. There's a ceiling to that salary. She can take as many clients as she can handle, and you've seen the math. It can be very good, and working at a time when she'll just decide, okay, now I'm going to take on so many clients plus repeat clients. It's going to be really, really good. So this is the thing that we kind of think of the corporate world as normal, but humans built this thing. This wasn't always the case. I plan to do a video about this later on. But we grew up in communities where everyone had a trade, something of value they could give to the community, and they would get paid for it. Of course, it was barter trade, it was through money or whatever currency that we used. But you always knew that everyone in the village, in the town, in the city was good at something that benefited everybody else. So I think that that's where we're going back to the gig economy, the freelance. This is what it is, and this is what it used to be. And typically, like here in Africa, you do your work in the morning, and in the afternoon, it was left for games, for relaxation, being with family, market days, and things like that. It was more laid back and less stressful. And I think this is the way that if you are in a situation like Sarah is, whom we're fictionally naming, this situation, then I challenge you to consider going the consulting or coaching route. If you are that kind of person, I want you to book a discovery call with me. We'll just talk about whether this is something that you really should do. And I also want to see if we're a match and that we can work together and help build you a corporate exit route where we're going to take your experience and turn them into income on your terms. So book the call. I'll put a link in the description and the first pinned comment, and I'll see you on the inside. If you want to see another case study, then watch this video next. Peace to you.